What's up, guys? So I have a special video for you guys today. Today I will be analyzing and breaking down the performance of God of War. Basically, there was a performance with San telling the story of the prologue of the game, and I want to try to make as much sense of it as possible. Before I continue, I want to remind you guys to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, because I am doing everything related to God of War, and you know it's legit here. But anyways, let's get right into the video. So about 1 minute and 44 seconds in, we get this view of a forest-like area. I think this is supposed to represent the world that Kratos has now found himself into. After traveling from Greece to Norway, this is the place he ended up at, and it seems peaceful here. You have the peaceful music in the background, you have the peaceful wood-like setting, and this is where our protagonist finds himself in. Here, about 2 minutes and 9 seconds in, we find ourselves looking at a woman. This is most likely the woman who is the mother of Kratos' son that we see in the God of War trailers. So I think this is pretty interesting that there is some type of connection here. At about 2 minutes and 22 seconds, we see that the artist has drawn an axe. This is most likely the axe that we've seen in the God of War trailers as well. In the era of Greece, God of War 1, 2, 3, and all of the prequels, we had the Chains of Olympus that was given to us. But now that we've thrown that away, the axe is now the new weapon that we are going to be using in the game. At around 3 minutes and 13 seconds, it's being drawn that Kratos and this mysterious woman both have their hands upon the axe. Now, I think because the artist drew the woman holding the axe first, is because that this weapon was once hers, but then Kratos, he came along, found this weapon, wanted to take it, but she pretty much said no. They're pretty much fighting over the weapon at this point, and this is probably the moment that Kratos became infatuated with this woman. At about 3 minutes and 31 seconds, we saw that in the middle of both their hands holding the axe, the child appears. So this is Kratos' son. So this part is pretty much confirming that Kratos' son was born after a meeting with Kratos and his mother that was made over an axe. Now, at this point, 4 minutes and 24 seconds, we see that the artist has drawn a scar above the boy's eye and below it, the left eye to be more specific. So, I feel this is very ominous and pretty much paying homage to Kratos himself, how he has the red marking above his eye and below it. On the other side of his face, he has the scar above his eye and below it. So yes, I think this is pretty much confirming that this is Kratos' biological son indeed. Now, at this moment, 5 minutes and 40 seconds in, the music seems to get a bit more dramatic and a bit sad in a way. And in this picture here, it seems that Kratos is a very emotional in this scene. Again, I'm kind of confused about what exactly in this picture is going on here, but I'm assuming that something happened to the mother and she ended up dying, and this is Kratos in this very emotional state or whatnot. So that's what I think is happening. Let me know if you have a different opinion on this part of this trailer or performance, whatever you want to call it. And at this moment, it got very emotional. This is at 7 minutes and 40 seconds. It got very emotional because you could tell by the music. You have the child going up to his mother giving him arrows, and then suddenly vanishing. I'm guessing this is very reminiscent on the mother giving the boy the weapons in order to hunt. We learned in the first God of War trailer when they first showed it off that his mother was a hunter, and pretty much the son was taught by the mother on how to actually hunt. So before she died, she gave the boy her arrows and her bow, as well as the knife that Kratos would give him later on in the trailer. That's pretty dope. Honestly, it's pretty sad the way they're really like pushing this whole agenda that this is a brand new Kratos. This is a less angry, more controlling type of Kratos. I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. What do you guys think about this part? Now, 7 minutes 48 seconds, I want to highlight that the music just really had a sudden shift. It was very sad and very emotional, but then when the artist began to pretty much draw the mother fading away, the music got very, very angry. It got very, very pumped really quickly, as if something big is about to happen. This is most likely Kratos' rage on the way she died. Whoever died, my theory is that Odin killed the mother. But I think this is Kratos becoming angry, becoming tough, once again returning to being Kratos, you know, the guy who slayed everybody in the God of War game. And this scene is just showing that they cremated the mother. At 8 minutes and 28 seconds, we do see again the funeral. The mother is being cremated, like I said, but then you have Kratos in the background. He's sitting down. He's not as close to the grave as his kid is, because Kratos is obviously going to be a more person who doesn't show his emotions too much, but he still feels. And I think this scene is pretty much them saying that Kratos still feels for this person. He has emotions. He's just not like a bloodless killer he once was. And finally, the last part is Kratos and his kid setting out to get vengeance. I'm pretty much sure it's about vengeance once again, to avenge the mother of his child. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed this really long analysis breakdown video. Again, I feel this was too amazing that I just had to do a video about this. But if you want to listen to the soundtrack to this, just a soundtrack, I will have a link in the description as well as on your screen. Check it out. Later, guys.